Hello, everybody. Good evening, and congratulations to the people that have won the awards so far. We are now joined by Kevin Masaba, and I think he is the best person to kind of introduce himself. So over to you, Kevin.
All right. Thank you very much, Gina. My name is Kevin Robert Masaba. I'm a radio consultant and a radio coach, podcast and radio coach. So been here, done this for about 22 years. I currently program Radio City in Uganda as a general manager and radio and station programmer, creative director, and a couple of other radio stations in Uganda, about 18 radio stations. I've been involved in starting about 12 radio stations in Uganda. I've done an East Africa, I've done Sudan, South Sudan, I have done Rwanda, I have done Tanzania, and yeah, so I have about introduced people in radio, over 100 radio presenters or practitioners
Amazing.
in Uganda. Yes.
Amazing. Amazing. Awesome. Thank you so much for that. So we have about 3 questions for you. We just want to understand the relevance of the awards. We would also love to hear your perspective on why awards like APVA are important to the industry, and how do these accolades inspire individuals and organizations to surpass the limits and strive for excellence?
First and foremost, I'm very privileged to be part of this journey, part of this very creative way of appreciation. I have been in this industry for about 20 plus years. I have hardly heard of any awards that come out to recognize specifically people in audio. I mean, there are journalist awards, there are so many awards in the media, but specifically people behind the voices are not recognized. I've not gotten the chance to be recognized. And I being part of this, I sometimes was a radio presenter for a very short span until I realized it wasn't my calling to be a radio presenter. I chose to stay back end and make sure that help presenters prevail and go out and become better. So
Yes.
it is very relevant. The APVAs are very relevant and their role cannot be overstated. It's a very rapidly evolving media landscape. These awards serve as a beacon for innovation and creativity. They shine a light on the diversity narrative of emerging people, talents from across Africa. And of course, amplifying the voice. Many times when people listen, for example, to an advert, they never pay attention to who did this advert. They will praise the campaign, but will overlook the person who they must have spent sleepless nights, sleepless weeks, months and days prepping to sound the way they sound in that advert or that movie, doing the voices behind what you might see now. And there's very little recognition. And the people in audio are like radio music producers that they don't even have copyrights to what they do. And so the APVAs are here to highlight, shine a light on the audio people behind those voices that look here, we recognize you, we see your role. And now with these awards, people are going to go walk head high and they will be recognized in society, and now they know their role, and probably this can resonate and come with a better pay, because voiceovers generally are underpaid people. And they do a lot. You can imagine a campaign can be a very big campaign where they need a voicer, because without a voice, then you can't do a TV ad. Yeah. Yes. The voice is it's a very primary ingredient in the creative industry, especially in advertising and the creative movies, audio adverts, and all that kind of thing. So it is a very good gesture for the APVAs coming around and telling Africans, look here, we recognize you, and this is a very good thing. Secondly, under this, there have been very many voices, especially you can't have a radio station or TV station without a voice. That signature voice that tells the people which radio station they're listening to. and builds a brand. The voices have been building brands for over the years. But in Africa, we had voices being created from by the white voices. And now APVA tells you know what? We have people like Tony who can actually do these voices in an African way, telling an African story. And I think that the team at APVA, it's a pat on the back.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you. And I think with your response, you have kind of briefly answered the second question, but I'm just going to ask you anyway. So, your experience as a judge and your role in recognizing and honoring deserving awardees, right? I want you to explain that. And I think you've kind of dig a little bit deeper in there. And why does it matter?
I can say again that I'm very privileged of evaluating the credible contributions of our nominees, understanding the notes of their work, and recognizing the dedication they exhibit in their craft. Each story told through a podcast, a voice project, is a reflection of our shared experiences, aspirations, and challenges. It is my duty to ensure that those who excel in bringing these stories to life are celebrated and valued, not just for their talent, but for the impacts they come and create on the society.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
That is a very, very powerful statement. Thank you so much for sharing. And then the next question is, this is around industry insights. So how is the audio industry evolving? And what are your thoughts for audio creatives on thriving for excellence in Africa and beyond?
Okay, so the audio industries are undergoing a very remarkable transformation with advancements, the rise of digital platforms, the democratization of the media allows more voices to be heard and fosters a rich diversity of perspective. So I see a future where audio storytelling becomes an even more integral part of our everyday lives. One
Yes.
that transits and borders and connects us in ways we have not yet imagined.
Yes.
Therefore, as we embrace this change, let us also remain committed to evaluating the quality and integrity of our craft. Let
Yes.
us harness the potential of our audio and educate, empower, and entertain the masses and embrace our culture as Africans. Africans is not just African, it's who we are, it's the world. We are all one. So we don't
Mm.
look at African as us only blacks. We are a very diverse culture. And
Yes.
audio can tell a story. The audio, your voice is your signature. I mean, you
Yes.
can tell that that's Kevin by hearing my voice. Yeah.
Mhm.
So it is important that such audio that plays the biggest role in it's actually the primary ingredient in
Yes.
the arts industry of where we do whether audiobooks, spoken word, music. But the people behind those, they don't know the struggle people go through. So it's very important. So therefore, in conclusion, I would like us to celebrate the extraordinary talents present here tonight together, as we are not just acknowledging achievements, we are forging a path for the future of African audio.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And I think there wouldn't have been any better explanation, just the way you've put it across. So thank you. I really appreciate that. So my next question would be, where can people find you? If people want to connect with you, if they want to learn more from what you do, maybe some people want to be like you one day. Where can they interact with you?
Oh well, I'm humbled. I don't get many of these. I decided in the job I do, I am the last person you see. Even when you come to places where I work, I'm the last person you see. So, anyways, I am on LinkedIn, Kevin Masaba, Radio Mind Africa. I'm a radio coach. Anything radio, anything audio, I am there. I do sessional interactions I'm called to certain conferences where I can come. I have a numbers. If I'm allowed to give my number, but I think the best way to do is I'm on X Spaces as Kevin Masaba. I am on Facebook, Kevin Masaba, Instagram, Kevin Masaba, LinkedIn, where I like to connect mostly professionally. That is the place to find me. Kevin Masaba, Radio Mind Africa, is one of the projects that I run as me. And we're doing so many things that we run. If you come to Uganda, mostly, yes, there is a name called Kevin, someone called Kevin Masaba. I'm not very many times you'll find me in a crowd. A few people
Yeah.
probably will recognize me, but that's how I prefer it.
Awesome. I'm after this, I'm gonna go straight to LinkedIn to find you. And then when I'm in
I appreciate,
Uganda, I'll definitely make sure. So thank you so
I
much.
appreciate.
Awesome. And this is a shout out once again to all the nominees and a shout out to all the winners. And I think just being nominated just means you've already won. So enjoy the rest of the evening. And yeah,